Hello there everyone and welcome to our first topic in our fourth quarter, Intermolecular Forces of Attraction. So, for today's lesson, we are going to discuss about anything and everything, lahat ng mga bagay na interconnected at nakakaapekto sa forces between molecules and how they attract to each other. So bale, before we proceed with our lesson, let us coin the term first, intermolecular. So, halimbawa, kayo ay familiar sa mga inter-barangay competition, international competition, di ba? You have there the prefix inter, which means it consists of many places, di ba? Ito ay composite ng mga iba't ibang lugar, mga iba't ibang, let's say, settings or bagay which makes up that competition. And pareho din po sa intermolecular forces. Ibig sabihin, within the forces of attraction, maraming level of classification or let's say, maraming kind ng forces ang nandun mismo sa loob ng isang matter o composite ng isang atom or molecular structure. And it causes them to either attract or repel to each other. Diba? That's what we call intermolecular forces. So, ang una nating i-discuss ay yung tinatawag nating London Dispersion Forces. Okay? But before we thoroughly discuss it, let us check some of the prior knowledge ng iba sa ating makasamahan about nga dito sa London Dispersion Forces. Okay?
The London Dispersion Force is the weakest intermolecular force. The London Dispersion Force is a temporary attractive force that results when the electrons in two adjacent atoms occupy positions that make the atoms form temporary dipoles. This force is sometimes called an induced dipole-induced dipole attraction. London forces are the attractive forces that cause nonpolar substances to condense to liquids and to freeze into solids when temperature is lowered sufficiently. Because of the constant motion of the electrons, an atom or molecule can develop a temporary instantaneous dipoles when its electrons are distributed unsymmetrically about the nucleus.
Well, so basically sa science, yun nga daw yung definition ng London Dispersion Forces, okay? So let us thoroughly discuss now, ano nga ba itong London Dispersion Forces na ito, okay? So let's say, meron kang dalawang neutral atoms. So ibig sabihin niyan, pareho silang may neutrons and protons sa gitna at may mga electrons sila sa paligid nila. Ngayon, ang tanong, kung pareho sila neutral, paano sila nag-a-attract or paano sila nagkakaroon ng charge, di ba? Kasi let us make a review. Yung mga negative, mag-a-attract lang siya sa positive, di ba? Unlike poles nga, will attract. Now the question is, kapag neutral sila, how come na nagdidikit-dikit pa rin sila sa isa't isa or to each other, okay? So this is how it goes. Minsan kasi, yung mga electrons sa palibot ng mga to ay nasosobrahan sa galaw or let's say nagiging unstable sila. Ang tawag natin dyan ay instantaneous dipole, diba? Kaya nga dipole, ibig sabihin it shall contain both the positive and the negative charges. Okay, and so let me give you a real quick example of a London dispersion force, okay? So let's say, meron tayong two sets of atom. Two sets yan. So ibig sabihin, yung gitna niya, magkakaroon ng mga protons and neutrons and so on with the other atom. Diba? Proton and neutron. And sa labas nila, magkakaroon ng mga electron. Yan. So, ang concept ni London Dispersion Force, which is a kind of a weak force, actually. Itong mga electron sa paligid nila, it will tend to concentrate on either, let's say, location there at their orbit, diba? Halimbawa, dito, mas marami yung naging slightly negative. So, ibig sabihin, mas marami ang magiging slightly positive sa edge na to. Okay? Now, kapag yung pinakamalapit sa kanyang atom, na-detect niya na itong side pala magiging slightly negative, or let's say, slightly negative na. Ang nangyayari, yung mga slightly positive particle dito, nag-a-attract ngayon sa atom or molecule na to. Diba? Tapos yung isang side na to, nagiging automatically slightly negative siya. Diba? Because remember, yung mga unlike poles lang ang nag-a-attract. Diba? Yung negative and positive. Diba? Kaya, in-acknowledge ko kanina sa former part ng lesson natin na isa siyang uri ng weak force kasi it's not permanent. Pwedeng slightly negative siya dito, mamaya dito ulit, at mamaya dito ulit. Pwedeng yung slightly positive dito, maging slightly negative na mamaya. So kapag nangyari yan, halimbawa ito, palitan natin ng kulay. Halimbawa ito, naging slightly positive na rin. So positive na sila, slightly positive plus slightly positive, wala nang attraction between them. Diba? Ibig sabihin, hindi magbaband yung mga atoms na yon. Okay? So, yun ang pinaka-basic concept ng London Dispersion Force. Okay?